Mostert, dude. I can't believe all people talk this season about trying to get a replacement for you, dude. Post it with the Mostert, dude.
Can I just say this? You are amazing in this fact.
Really been bumming it up, Dalvin Cook.
Almost everything that you say or you want comes back to bite you in the ass.
That's my guy, Raheem
Wait,
Mostert.
how many people have he traded, Marcos?
Honestly,
wait, how many times did he trade Jovic?
So much so that Mike B blessed us with this.
Stop trading everyone.
Did you guys know Mostert was that fast? He's fast.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Before we do this for another 2 minutes, -1. You need to get it out your system right now.
-1.
Because I'm not going to be dealing with this the whole show. Are you bumping up a guy you didn't even want?
That's my
flip-floppery.
That's my guy, Raheem Mostert.
Stop it. Stop it. Man, I could have been undefeated.
You could have been undefeated where? In your picks?
Yeah.
I thought you had two. Didn't you? Well, you're not. You have 2 games tonight.
I was 2-1 and I got 2 games today.
You slow down a little
because
bit.
Wait.
I could have been undefeated with 2 games in hand. 2 games in hand.
Because the stupid Giants went all Giants on me.
Well, the Giants, I mean, it took them up until the 3rd quarter to score for the first time this season.
Right.
And then the Cardinals decided, hey, we're trying to tank for the number 1 pick.
I mean, I guess, but lose by 4 next time.
Honestly, I couldn't read my picks. I was like, I don't know what this means.
You don't know what any of this means?
Sometimes it won.
I was like, I have your record right now.
Oh no,
I have your.
At first, I was like, I got them all wrong.
No, I think you're 2. I think you were 2 and 3.
I know. One of your best picks. Wait. One of your best picks, without even thinking about it, was you took Boston College over Florida State.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
No, you're 3 and 4 because Miami did cover. So you're good.
There you go.
3 and 4.
Not
bad.
I'm on a heater.
Not bad. If Leroy loses his couple tonight, I'll be within striking distance. But the whole point is, don't finish last. And right now you're in last. You're in last,
Leroy.
Well, but keep in mind he has 3 games in hand.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I mean, he has 3 games in hand, but right now he's got a lot of hand he's got to make up.
All right.
Right, but I'm just saying, if he wins those 3 games, right, and then does well in his regular picks, he can catch up to you. He's got 3 games in hand. I mean, he got 3 picks you don't have.
Oh, well, listen,
you're that much in the lead, Leroy?
Yes, I am.
He's that much in the lead right now, but if he loses tonight, he's not going to be that much.
Marcos, let's be clear.
All right,
I don't lose this.
His hand, he's putting his face.
Tell you why?
In New Orleans.
You want me to tell you why? You want me to tell you why I don't lose this?
Yeah.
Because Tobin picks with emotion and hate. Right? I don't like that guy. I ain't betting on. I ain't picking him.
Same.
Right?
It's not true. I bet on the Buffalo Bills this week.
Well,
that was my easiest game.
And why is that? It's not because of the Bills. It's because of the Vegas.
Yeah, but you told me that I was stupid on that pick, and that was the easiest game of the week.
I wouldn't have did it. I had a choice. I wouldn't have did it either.
Easiest game of the week, dude.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
I spent all morning on the way down here. I did nothing but listen to the Odyssey app and WEEI. It was great. I enjoyed the entire ride. I wish it was the first time in the history of this time slot. I wish I had traffic. I wish I had more drive so I could get more WEEI because it was tremendous. All of it.
Here's the funny thing is, here's why I know you're going to lose these picks. I sent a text after you sent, all your texts about WEEI. We knew you were going to be on that station all this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, hey, man, let me get the exact words. I said, hey, you seem, why can't I find, there we go. All right. Going. I know this is terrible radio, but
by all means, take your
I'm
time.
Terrible at,
can you get the caller I just sent you, Marcos, while we're waiting for Leroy?
Yeah, sure.
Because I mean, they are beside them. They hate Mac Jones so much. They miss Tom Brady, and it's bad because they had Tom Brady last week. And so they were just sitting here.
Wait a minute. They wanted to move on. Nobody in Boston was begging to keep Tom Brady. They were not.
So upset. They're so upset that he's gone. They want Belichick fired. They're upset about this bell, this lighthouse that they have. They don't know why Kenny Chesney is ringing their bell. They don't understand it.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's their new thing. They're, like it's like their 12th man thing or their Vikings drum or whatever. They're now ringing the bell up on the lighthouse. But the first guy to do it was Tom Brady. And then they're like, what a step down. We have Kenny Chesney doing it? I don't understand. They're just deciding.
Oh, I get it now. If the first one is Tom Brady, the second one has to be Mark Wahlberg.
You have to have, you can't have
the Wahlbergs.
You can't go from Tom Brady to Kenny Chesney. It's too much of a step, especially on a primetime game, Drew. Good
point.
If Kenny Chesney happens to be in town, he's doing a concert at Gillette or something, maybe. But you gotta do that. You gotta save that for like a week 8.
All right, so here's how this went. And this is Tobin early in the morning, quite early. No, it's not that early. 8:30. The amount of intangibles music on WEEI is insane. To which I replied, "Are you hate listening? You bet your ass I am." So, and here's what's stupid about me, right? Because when you reply, I picture you replying in the Boston accent. So for reasons I can't explain, I'm sitting by myself laughing, right? For no reason, and nobody understands why I would be laughing anyway, because here he goes. They're furious Kenny Chesney rang the bell last night. Who is this guy? Where's Wahlberg?
That's how it's coming. You think I'm making it up, though. I will get you that sound. I just need time.
I replied, they should be more furious that Mac Jones didn't answer that bell.
That was a point.
That was a point.
That was a point.
I'm gonna properly award you now that we're
Point
for Isn't it hilarious that they talked about everything but Mac Jones?
Oh, Mac Jones. Because you know what I would sense right now in Boston? They're defeated. Like, they know they have a terrible team. They know their quarterback stinks. They know that they have no speed. And they watch the Dolphins just run all over them and have so much fun. They weren't even set like you would have thought, oh, big controversial the call went against them.
They weren't even talking about the game.
They just weren't upset about it. They were just like,
well, it wasn't the first down. It wasn't controversial. It
No,
wasn't the first down.
Who goes and has that call?
It wasn't the first down. Like, there's nothing. You could say whatever you want, but if he didn't get to the line to gain, he didn't get there.
I think
that's not a controversial call. That's a fact.
I think they stopped him twice because I think they stopped Gesicki. I think Gesicki had a forward progress should have been stopped, but whatever.
Did you see that ridiculous? Like, that's throwing bleep against the wall right there when he tossed it to Strange.
Yeah. Wow, a fat intangible. I've never seen this before.
Hold on, though. That was an excellent catch. I mean, he got that at the height of the. We got to go get the ball up there, so we know what to say. You got to
high pointed it. He high pointed it.
I'll get it at the high point, and not only that. I mean, he made a couple moves. He drove a guy backwards. He did his thing, man.
His move was be 300 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but you saw that other lineman for the Chiefs who just caught the ball and stood there.
Well, because he was looking at Mahomes like Mahomes was an idiot.
Yeah, but like, do a little juke or something.
Mahomes, not everybody's Robert Hunt, who has like glory days of being a running back.
I'm just spoiled. Want to hear the caller?
Absolutely.
This is Walter from Boston. Hey, Walter.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up?
All right, two things real quick. I agree with Wiggy. The Patriots need a quarterback bad. That throw to Parker was horrendous. And if Mac doesn't have everything perfect, he's terrible. But Bill Belichick needs to go. You have one guy on the team that can get open immediately. And you guys seen it every time he was out there. He's young. He makes one mistake, and they benched him. How many times did they go to that receiver reverse to Juju Smith-Schuster, one of the slowest receivers in the National Football League at this time in his career, just because they paid him? It's like, Douglas made one mistake. He was the only spark plug on the team. You go back and watch the tape. He was open every time they threw to him, and he made one mistake on them last drives. It was horrendous. It was like watching paint dry. I knew they were gonna lose.
You want to know why I was having a good morning?
Delicious
It was like watching paint dry. Why did he put him in the doghouse? I don't understand, Belichick.
Design something, bro.
Bradley Chubb came out of nowhere like a great white shark, just popped that ball out of there.
Yeah.
Big game from Bradley Chubb.
For sure.
Good to see. Needed that.
Yeah, good game for the linebackers, dude.
Yeah,
All
dude.
together.
Von Ginks.
What a game from him. What a game. Even didn't David Long have a sack too, I think?
Yeah, he did.
Look at that.
David Long was good.
Von Ginks was what?
Von Ginks was everywhere for Jalen Phillips.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
NFTF.
You know what? Here's what I was most impressed with. The overall, first of all, the defense played much better. Now, I'm going to say it could have to do with the talent that they were playing against, but they played with a different level of energy. And after last week and with Mac Jones, they were going to come in and try to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, I was really impressed with how the defense responded to how they played last week. The other thing is that every game is different, right? Some games you're going to throw for 466. Some games you're going to run for 150 and only throw for 220. I was really impressed how offensively nobody tried to push the envelope too much and force something. They just played the game that was in front of them and played that game well. So what Bill Belichick was going to do is sit back and dare you to go 10, 12 plays down the field. And what the Dolphins did, 10, 12 plays down the field. So that is a positive thing to look at your team and say, okay, we won a game this way. We won a game this way. Now let's see if we can win a game. Whatever game is in front of you, you have the ability to win that game. And that's the sign of a good football team. I played on the team. We can only win one way. That was to score 35 points. Every game in that year that we scored less than 30, we lost. Think about that.
Yeah.
We played 18 games and we ended up 16-2. And the 2 games we lost, Tampa, Atlanta, we scored less than 30 points. You can win like that. But to see what this team is doing is so much more impressive because they've now won 2 games 2 different ways.
They've always, like, if something has gone wrong on the other side, somebody on the other side of the football has come up with a big play to make good on it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's the thing that's been impressive. So, like, look, we all knew Fat Cat Sanders was going to miss that kick. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, as soon as Tarico said 55 yards, I said, no shot. No shot.
The worst.
But you got to try that, right? Because I know a bunch of coaches that would. I know a bunch of coaches.
No, I agree with Tyreek Hill. I thought they should have gone for it.
But think about this. If you have Mac Jones on the other side, you don't have Tom Brady. See, if you have Tom Brady, you kick the field goal and go up 2 scores.
I understand.
Right? Agreed. But if you have Mac Jones, why not punt it in your own end zone?
No, I thought they should have just gone.
Or now, why not punt it close to their end zone and make him have to go 90 yards?
There's 3 people. Look, it was a great win. There are 3 people I'm furious at, and I'm worried it's going to cost the Dolphins. Like, this is ultimately, like, dude, you start 2-0 on the road. Not much to bitch about. I mean, it's a great start to the season, but Fat Cat Sanders is still Fat Cat Sanders. That's going to cost us a game,
right?
Connor Williams and Tua got to get this thing together, dude. And I feel like most of this is on Connor Williams because he can't seem to snap it short. He can't seem to snap it to Tua on a shotgun.
It's getting annoying. It's really getting annoying.
It's really annoying. And like, so like last year, it was pre-snap penalties. Now it's just snaps. Like,
right.
They're killing drives. Raheem Mostert was mowing through the Patriots. They get on a 3rd down, and you can't even snap the ball to Tua. And so
he saved your ass once.
Yeah.
Both Tua looked like he rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Did you see his ankle just buckle? And he got the ball to the running back, to Mostert, and Mostert got 8 yards out of something that should have been a catastrophe.
It is on the way. It's going to cost them a game if this keeps up because it's now blew a touchdown and blew maybe another touchdown drive. So that's scary. And then we got our first taste of what Leroy was warning. You know, Leroy was
Ah,
sitting with the yeoman
God.
for a long time here, eating his fruit every single day during training camp.
Mhm.
But we got our first taste of bum-ass Eli Apple.
Dude, if I see this one more time, I'm flying to wherever he is and kick his ass. Stop it! He does that more than anybody.
More than anybody, whenever
Who is he trying to kid? Who is he trying to? Is he trying to pump himself up and say, I'm really good?
I don't know. But
Because
he does that.
He doesn't do it on the defended ball. The ball's thrown 15 yards out of bounds. Ain't nobody catching that ball.
It's not even that he's getting
mess out of here.
This was the thing that was infuriating about him yesterday. It's not even that he gets burned. He gets juked by Devontae Parker.
Of all people.
100. And he got passed.
Wait. He runs routes about as quick as Marcos. Right? Now,
I may be quicker.
But, dude, a double move for a guy who's 6'5", 220, and is always hurt? I mean, like, dude, I can understand if it's Tyreek. I can understand if it's Jalen Waddle. Hell, I can understand if Mostert was out there, right? You got to respect that slant. Devontae Parker!
They had one fast drive the entire game, the Patriots, and it was courtesy of half the yardage being given up by Eli Apple, pass interference, and getting juked. It was just like a light bulb finally went off. Be like, what if we just go at Eli Apple the entire time? And it was the easiest drive the Patriots had all game. Right. Hopefully that doesn't actually work with a team that has a competent offense. That was so. There was some stuff that definitely needs to get cleaned up, and there's been a couple of recurring things that have you worried this season. But ultimately, you're 2-0. The Patriots can go to hell, and we're sitting pretty right now. First place, AFC East, 2 road wins with Russell Wilson coming into town this week. Woo-hoo! Lots to celebrate. Back with more after this. Dolphins, meanwhile, winners yesterday. Yep. 2-0 on the season. Tua 5-0 against Bill Belichick in his career. You know it makes Belichick furious. Did you see yesterday how great was it that you know, moany, whiny moment from Belichick on a review that was so stupid? First of all, he didn't win it, but he had like this. He should have gotten -1 for sass for the way that he threw down his challenge flag because he has the challenge flag in the sock, and that sock looked ragged.
Yeah,
I mean, it looked like he hasn't bought a new pair of socks in a good 30 years. So, evil genius Bill Belichick, he Gronk spikes his red challenge flag for, you know, a huge value of 3 inches. And loses the challenge anyway, and then they end up getting the first down the next play anyway. So just basically just threw a temper tantrum and wasted all of our time.
Outcoached.
Oh, thoroughly outcoached.
Yeah,
thoroughly outcoached, and it's driving them nuts in Boston today. They hate Mike McDaniel. They think he's a weirdo.
Really? Still,
oh yeah, they hate him because
you know not love this guy
because he's a delight. Because they don't like fun with their sports, and he's out here and he's running to the locker room. He's trying to outrun the NBC cameras, which is hilarious.
Yeah, he's very quick, by the way.
I don't like it. Coach your football. No jokey jokes while we're coaching football. I don't like it. Wiggy.
He's just so happy all the time. I don't understand how you can look at that and just be like angry.
He is happy all the time. He is happy all the time, and like he's
what it is
right now.
You know what it is we haven't yet figured out. We haven't figured out yet what he looks like when he's pissed, right? Because there are times where he looks like aggravated, but he doesn't show it like other coaches. Right? Like he just kind of he just kind of shrugs it off, but you can tell he's hot.
Well, if he needs me to come in as a consultant to straighten out Connor Williams, I'm happy to do it.
No, oh my goodness. That's a whole
but
you know what? Can we look?
Worst holdout ever.
The worst. This guy has balls to hold out.
Can we say this though?
Honor.
If you look around the league and look at all these guys and all these big time offenses and whatever, and see the struggles they're having protecting their quarterback, and then you see the combination of Tua in that offensive line,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a hard time getting on these guys based on what it's been the last couple of years.
Well, I didn't think, Leroy, call me crazy, I didn't think in all of the offensive line issues that I was worried about that the one thing that would derail you is snapping the football.
No, see, do you even want to know why? Because if you notice, every time he has to move left or right and snap, like when they run that toss and he has to go to the right really fast, you'll see him leaning and then the ball's just all over the place.
Okay.
So he's not good then.
Look,
it's not that. It's just like you sometimes you need to know what, dude, it's hard enough snapping the ball between your legs. Now snap a ball and run. Now I know he's getting paid for it. In fact, he held out because he was better than he thought he should be.
Right. He was feeling himself.
So here's what I'm gonna say to Connor. I appreciate what you do because the offensive line is better than it's been in a while. I'm gonna say that out front. However,
2 games.
However, dude, you can't be a holdout and snap punts.
You can't.
You can't. You can't. You can't. If you hold out for a second, then the last person we need to be thinking about is the guy held out.
This is what I would like to do, because you're right. Mike McDaniel, we don't know what him being pissed off at players sounds like. He's a players coach guy. So if Mike McDaniel needs to bring me in as a guy, as an in-between to talk to Connor Williams, I can give you an example of how I would speak to Connor Williams to get this done. And what I would say is, hey, hey, Connor, take a seat here. Mike McDaniel brought me in, and we just got to talk about your snaps here for a second, okay? What's wrong? Fix it, dude! Fix it! Fix it! Right? I'm tired of you snapping the ball, and it either goes over to his head, or you guys can't get the little hand thing together. Just go out there and fix it.
Hey, if I'm kind of like, hey, man, that's a lot of aggression. Like,
dude, all right, who's my next meeting? My next meeting with Jason Sanders. Oh, okay, great. Bring him on in. Okay. Hey, Jason, great.
Dude, well, hold on. A 55-yarder?
Oh, dude, get out of here.
No.
55 yards. Didn't even have a prayer.
He's the worst. He really
didn't even have a prayer.
You know what's crazy? We're not even mad about the blocked one. Although I was. I get it. Bill Belichick pulled a crazy.
Did you see? I'm like,
that dude was intangibles wonder.
That was crazy.
But wait.
I've never seen him before.
Did nobody even notice that dude was getting a running start?
That dude blew by Christian Wilkins so fast.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do at that point? I mean, that was quick.
But my other thing is that how they let him time it up like that?
But the thing that pissed me off, I think, on the broadcast was they were like, oh, I think Brendan Schooler, I think is his name.
Yeah.
I mean, just give me more intangibles. Name.
Brendan Schooler.
I love Brendan Schooler. They're like, oh, do you think that distracted Jason Sanders? I'm like, no. Over 50 yards distracted Jason Sanders, because you can't count on him for any meaningful field goal.
Ever.
That's actually a hard distance. You can't.
He is statistically the worst rated kicker from over 50 yards since 2021.
He stinks. As soon as he got the bag, you cannot trust him for a long distance. You can't. He's not Justin Tucker. You can't.
I mean,
and so, well, I don't care. You got paid a lot of money.
I think you should be someone. Dude.
If he could just sit down here for a second, Jason. Hey, thanks for meeting with me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Who's the? Doesn't Detroit have that soccer player converted kicker?
I don't know. But Jason, thank you for joining. Mike McDaniel wanted me to sit down here for a second. Do you know why you're here?
No.
Yeah, you missed a couple kicks, especially after 50 yards. So what I gotta say is, fix it, dude. Fix it. Go out there and hit a kick that actually means something. You that. Fix it, dude.
Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Hey, man. Meow. Wait, what is that?
That was his response. Just that fat cat sound,
man. But man, I can't believe you didn't want Motion to be the starting running back, though, Leroy. That's crazy. You were sitting here wanting all these stars everywhere.
No. No. Tell everybody what I said.
Dalvin Cook.
Tell them what I said.
I mean, this guy's good.
Yeah.
See,
he's good.
Marcos, we are not allowing this. We are not allowing this dude to do this with every player.
Raheem
right.
Mostert, dude. Host it with the Mostert. That guy's fast.
Seen that Dalvin Cook recently?
Woo! Lost a fumble.
You
You made your choice, Dalvin. Woo! Big mistake.
Look at
Welcome to
that.
the Jets. Oh, the
Hey,
Jets.
hey,
What?
I think you owe Mostert an apology.
Me?
Ooh.
I'm not the one that said let's get a replacement for him.
Should I apologize to him?
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, look, you already came out and praised him, but you forgot the fact that you were trying to replace him for the whole summer. So, yes, he owe him an apology.
Do I owe him an apology?
Yes, you owe him an apology.
Do the Dolphins owe him an apology?
You owe him an apology.
If the Dolphins are throwing,
It's different when you're paying somebody.
Dolphins were on running back Tinder like every time a rumor was around. The Dolphins
Swipe
were out
right,
here like
swipe right.
whichever way you swipe, you go out.
I don't know.
You know, like whichever way you swipe, the Dolphins were out there flirtatious like crazy with all these star running backs.
Hey,
A little A chain.
we ain't talking about the Dolphins. We're talking about you.
What about me?
You owe him an apology. Say it. Fix it.
All right. I'll apologize, but we got to go to break.
Oh my goodness.